Shalom, shalom. I want to start off giving all praise, honor, glory to Call, Halal, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Waha, Rachakodash Bakatham. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwath and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this is an edifying video. Shalom to the confusion of faith brethren, join us to our ranks. Shalom to all the sincere, true believers that's pushing this work with faith and sincerity. Double honors to my apostles and elders that taught me the truth. This is the brother Yahweh Sop out of the GMS Cleveland Church, fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson out of the book, Guinea Pigs, Technologies of Control by a man named John Hall. And this lesson is chapter 4 in the book, page 25, and it's called Remote Neural Monitoring. And this is going to go into the heart machine. And fitting, I was going to try to start off with a script, but the book tends to give scripts. So the script that they're using is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts. No, Salaki, I'm going to actually start at verse 7. No, I'm going to start at verse 7. It said, let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. And to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Verse 8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Verse 9, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. And I bring that scripture out because that's a good point. Like when you go into this neural monitoring, it's going into the heart. I mean, that's what the last chapter was going into. This is all have to do with HAARP and whatnot. And I've heard in the past that HAARP can actually interfere with your brain signals or whatnot. Just like they got the Project Blue Beam that Salaki Blue Beam that actually can make the holograms. So, but at the end of the day, these technologies the white man didn't come up with, or Salakia, because Elder Malcolm actually just said that. He said we're not going to use that W word anymore. This red Hebrew Edomite didn't come up with these things on his own. These was all given by the Most High. And with that, I have a scripture to prove it. I want to say it's Psalms. I want to say maybe 33. Maybe 31. Bear with me for a second, Akim. Salakia. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his ways, but the Lord directeth his steps. So that is straight to the point. A man thinks, or his mind thinks, that he is doing his will, but it clearly says, but the Lord directing your steps. You rarely doing the Lord's will. Brother in our camp just did a video about how the Lord orders everybody's steps, even the wicked's. So you shouldn't really be worrying, because that's what we call the scriptures the script. You know what I mean? It's like a movie script. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, everything is already like, what's the word? The script is already written. We just on the earth to play out, the movie. You know what I mean? And the Most High is sitting back watching along with the angels and the other spirits. You know what I mean? I got one more script and then I'm gonna jump into it, because, like I said, just to prove the point. Because at the end of the day, people wonder, well, why would the Most High, give this Edomite the power to, or the imagination to create something that's destroying the earth? but at the same time, it's not really destroying the earth. It's affecting the earth. Yeah, to a certain extent, the earth is being manipulated, but the Most High know what He's doing. Like I heard the brother Tazapah, that was in, well, they got the channel Rod of Iron, um, the elder. He was saying how that's just like with the Garden of Eden. You know what I mean? Like if the Most High didn't want you in a particular place, you think He would have let you be in a particular place? Like, I mean, this is all the will of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Um, Another script to get to the point of what I'm saying, basically, as far as man's comings and goings is not of himself, it's of the Most High, or Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Um, I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse 14. This is Job 33 and 14. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth not. Verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumbering upon the bed. Verse 16. Then He openeth the ears of men, openeth Gala, to uncover, to remove, to depart, to show or show oneself, to reveal himself. It said to openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions, sealeth, to seal, affix a seal, to seal, lock up, to be stopped. That wasn't very good. Their instruction, H4561, correction. But he sealeth what it is you gonna be doing. You know what I mean? That's why everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. You don't have free will, because if you truly did, you wouldn't do half the shit you gotta do. Like I tell dudes all day, if you had such free will like you think, when the motherfucker talking about you going to jail, you'd be like, no, I'm not. You know what I mean? That's why I was listening to somebody was speaking, or it was actually the elder Tazapah. He was like the movie Brightburn. He was like, when you watch these superhero movies, you got all this power, and yet still, you got these guys like Superman. Like he was talking about that Superman movie where he got arrested. You know what I mean? Or like Hancock. You got all this power, but you get arrested. But in the Brightburn movie, he showed, he like, shit, I'm superior. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? And he was terrorizing. I mean, he's not the king of terrors, only Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. But at the same time, it just gives you an example of what a person really supposed to. That's why I always bring up the movie Chronicle. It showed. I'm not gonna go because I'm not gonna digress like that. But like when we saw Brightburn, and I watched Brightburn, I liked it too. But I like Chronicle. And Chronicle, you had these kids. I actually got a testimony about that movie, but I'm not gonna get into it. Not to digress again, but you had these group of young men, because they were still in high school, and they developed this power. They unlocked this power, and you had them being like childish, because they were they in high school, so they doing childish shit with it. But it was one that actually, he didn't say he was superior. He said, I'm an apex predator. You got apex predators. If you go look that definition up, if you got animals on the food chain that eat other animals and human beings. So that's what an apex predator is. And that's what he said. He was kind of nerdy, but you have to watch the movie. That's a good ass movie. You know what I'm saying? And he, in his mindset, came up with, I'm an apex predator. I'm above, and you know what I mean? Like, y'all beneath me. So like I said, and you in this thing, at the end of the day, you gotta walk a certain kind of walk. It says in scripture, render unto Caesar's what's Caesar, and render unto the Most High what's the Most High. So you gotta obey certain things, because it wouldn't be prudent to try to buck up to this man's system. You in the system because you partaking in the punishment, but at the same time, you know, you gotta realize that you're superior to these people. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I'm laughing at. I was just trying to tell this dude, and that was a spirit or Satan. You know, something. I was about to go into. It just like a year ago, Trump just was getting into office. Now Trump up there trying to promote re-election. You got to look up next year. Shoot, in fucking 7 months, you gonna be in the new year. Yeah, it took, the Most High speeding this thing up. But without further ado, because like I said, this shouldn't be a long video. Um, I'm gonna go into like probably the first page, and then because I'm not gonna read this whole chapter. So this is chapter 4, remote neural monitoring, and it begins the MK Ultra research and remote viewing research eluded scientists to not only what effects they wanted, but what parts of the brain to focus on to get those effects. While a few scientists disagree with the ELF wave hypothesis, the majority of the research, both in the United States and the Soviet Union, continue to focus on the effects of ELF waves on the brain. However, one problem still remained. Many of the victims of MK Ultra had been unwitting subjects who had been lied to and coerced into unethical experimentation. The technological limitations at the time had necessitated sequestering victims into hospitals where they could be drugged and subjected to electroconvulsive therapy using electrodes placed on the scalp. I'm going to stop there.